How many times have you thought, why am I the only one who has to go on a diet and eat bland food? Why can't I have fun like my friends or my spouse? See, nobody likes to be the only one. Nobody likes to have voluntary pain and discomfort. We were made for pleasure. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Our avoidance to feel pain and even to sign up for it versus short-term pleasure. It's this dichotomous relationship that you're totally unwilling to sign up for that keeps you stuck. I know, because I've been there too. The longer you avoid voluntary pain and discomfort that you willingly agree to and even commit to, the longer your runway on required suffering. Now think about that. Your unwillingness to feel voluntary, consistent short-term pain is the problem with creating permanent health, happiness, and weight loss. It is the very essence of the problem. Voluntary pain means you choose the pain. You know it will be difficult and even challenge your mental, your physical, and your emotional fortitude. You've traveled this path of voluntary pain many times over. I know this because I have too. Maybe it was the hard class to get your college degree, your master's, or even your PhD. Maybe for you it was changing diapers in the middle of the night or staying awake through the night with a sick child or maybe an elderly parent. Maybe you stayed late at work to win that contract or to perform better than your colleagues so that you could get the raise that you wanted. Either way, you volunteered for pain to get what you wanted, to meet your goals. You knew it would be hard, but you continued to sign up for pain in a committed, consistent fashion to gain pleasure and to create huge success in the long term because it's worth it. So the question is, why are you willing to sign up for voluntary pain in other areas of your life, but not sign up for voluntary pain to say no to Friday night pizza, maybe Wednesday night wine, Sunday brunch, or even the break room cookies to relieve that stress during the week? I mean, we could go on and on with examples, right? On any given day, there will always be a reason not to endure voluntary pain. Your mind will literally look, it'll scan for what sounds like legitimate reasons not to have pain because we weren't made for pain. We were made for pleasure. See, I can remember the time in my life when my dad was in hospice and fighting for his life with cancer. I had a 12-month-old baby and I was a young parent. Each morning I would buckle our baby into his car seat and then I'd say to myself as I wallowed in my emotional pain, I need and deserve a cafe mocha. And then as the day progressed, the story I continued to tell myself was, I really need and deserve a Diet Coke, a cookie, pizza, and more. So that by the end of the day, it was my deserving a glass of wine or two in the hot tub. Because the emotional pain of dealing with the loss of my father was imminent. See, I found reasons all day long to have short-term pleasure so that I could avoid voluntary pain for staying on track. But I also didn't bother to see that other side of avoiding voluntary pain and choosing to bury and buffer the hard emotions in food and drinks. The pushback is that when you avoid consistently committed voluntary pain, you also sign up for long-term mandatory suffering. See, that chemical-filled cafe mocha in the morning, the nutrient-less Diet Coke with synthetic sweeteners, the refined sugar cookie, fatty, sodium-focused pizza, and the wine too, all come with required mandatory suffering. But most don't think about that long-term consequence, also known as mandatory suffering, with our actions. We only choose the fastest, easiest path to get out of pain and to avoid the voluntary discomfort that's right here, right now. We avoid the here and the now, those hard feelings that we just don't want to feel in life. We choose what has become a lifetime of habitual survival responses that are triggered by those past dragons. We choose to buffer the mind and the body wounds from little or big trauma that makes us resist feeling all the feelings, especially the painful ones. It's those past dragons in life that trigger our need to avoid voluntary discomfort and to feel hard feelings in the here and now. We just don't want to do it. Those survival responses, like eating less healthy food and drinking all the drinks, watching all the shows, buying all the things we don't really need, or even spending time on Facebook, porn, or some other social media, they all feel pretty good in the moment. But do they really? Voluntarily feeling pain and discomfort feels like a tall ask when you have easy, go-to survival responses ready to go as habitual actions. And what that sounds like is, oh, I'm so stressed out. I totally deserve a glass of wine. But what you're really saying is, I don't want to feel voluntary pain, so I'll just bury that and hope that I can still lose weight. Tomorrow, I'll deal with it and I'll get back on track. But I don't really care about losing weight tonight. I don't even deserve all this stress. But I hope you're hearing that truth, because you're also saying, I know this glass of wine is going to hurt me. I know I'm not going to stay on track tonight, and unhealthy food is also going to follow. I know I'll probably gain a few pounds tonight. I'll sleep in tomorrow, and I'm going to beat myself up when I wake up. But I don't really care. Some of those survival responses, like drinking wine when you're stressed, might even have become so deeply ingrained in your brain's dopaminergic neural pathway that what was once an action to get through the hard times might have even become a quick and highly addictive pleasure that you don't really even enjoy anymore. Think about the last time that you binge ate cookies, chips, or drank wine, and you didn't even want to, and it probably was late at night too. To pivot out of these survival responses and to stop signing up for mandatory suffering, you have to feel your feelings. It's actually that simple. And it's hard too, because you have to be okay with feeling those hard feelings. You have to commit consistently to take on voluntary discomfort in the moment. It also means you have to be okay with feeling pain and knowing you will be okay no matter what. And you will, because consider this. There's no amount of wine, cookies, pizza, chips, or any other nutrient-less food or drink that will create survival or a win in your life. Only mandatory suffering like weight gain, hangovers, diabetes, or inflammatory diseases like cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and myriad health issues. You actually know that mandatory suffering is what you are signing up for when you avoid voluntary pain to reach your goals and to transform your life to being empowered and unstoppable. You have to be okay with voluntary pain. But what might just be the hardest part about signing up for voluntary discomfort and pain is that you also have to take personal responsibility and not blame others, nor blame situations that you're enduring in life. There's no playing a victim with voluntary discomfort. Truthfully, when you avoid voluntary pain, you are just trading short-term pain for long-term gain and owning your choices. It's unworthy pleasures for worthy pleasures. It's trading wine for weight loss. It's trading pizza for health. It's trading cookies for being in control. It's trading Diet Coke for feeling confident and empowered, unstoppable. So the question is, are you ready to feel all the feelings and know you'll be okay? I promise you will. To get started with small discomfort, all you need is like getting up 15 minutes earlier to do a short workout, even though you want to sleep in. A little bit of discomfort. Or by jotting down what you'll eat the next day and then preparing it, even though you're tired at night. Maybe you dedicate 10 minutes, just 10 minutes daily, to cleaning out those cluttered drawers in your home so that you can have more sanity in your life. You see, your voluntary discomfort and pain don't have to be anything grandiose. Like any successful journey, all that matters is that you commit to getting started to make just 1% progress each and every day. Because that progress compounds on itself each day, 365 days of the year. Just imagine what changes and transformative long-term health, happiness, and weight loss you could create in your life. by making 1% progress each day this year. And then think about how it will change your identity and how you think of yourself when you commit to consistently volunteering for pain to avoid that mandatory suffering in the future. If you're ready and you need help with making 1% progress, it's time to book your private coaching call. Until then, what are you volunteering to feel today?